Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of 10 Forward Weekly. My name is Mike Fadum, and I am your host, also sometimes known as Ambassador Kel, and I am the community manager for Star Trek Online. And this week, I am joined by test analyst Christian Griffith.
Hello.
That wasn't... You gotta be more enthusiastic than that.
Hello.
There we go. That's good. Clip that and send it to him. I want that to haunt him for the rest of his days. Welcome back to the stream, Christian. Today we are, I am going to make you fly around console ships because we don't do enough console streams, and there wasn't any big news this week, so I went to Jeremy, who's our lead QA person, and said, who's your best console player? And he said it was Christian. So Christian's here now to give you all tips on how to play better on console. Yay! Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
Are you deeply prepared for this stream that I told you about today?
No, but it'll be fine.
Everything will be fine.
I'm just going to pick random things and say it's good, and everyone's going to agree with me.
Yeah. Yes, that's a good point. Josie Cozy said who's going to mention the hair first this week, but it was already Pacheca. They've already mentioned it. Once again, everyone, yes, my hair is green, and that means it's slightly beaming out. You will make 400 jokes about it over the course of this hour-long stream, and I will read every one, and then I will quietly cry myself to sleep at night and weep for the humor of America.
Until you choose different hair color.
Yeah, eventually. It's not fading as quickly as I thought it would. So it's like staying around for a while, and it looks nice. So I'm like, I guess I'll just be having visible hair for a while.
Should we just get like a green thing to drop from the ceiling so that when you fade away, it just...
That's how we beam out, yeah. Just drop a green screen in, and we're like, ah!
The phaser effect.
Yeah. Nick says, "Ha, your hair looks funny." There's so many comebacks I can do to that, but none that I can do on a stream while you're on chat that don't sound horribly insulting. So I love you, Nick. That's all I'll say. All right. Cool. Well, let's on. Captain Wallace 84 noticed that over the weekend for TNG's birthday, we posted a picture of the Enterprise D and didn't say what the source of the picture was. In fact, called into question what the source of the picture might be. If you're wondering about more details on that particular tweet, I don't have any. I'm not going to tell you anything. But good spotted that we did do that. All right. Oh, dear. Doc Savage 05 says he'd send us his broken comb, but he just can't part with it.
Nah.
If Ryan was here, he would greatly appreciate that.
Yes, poor Ryan.
Yes.
He's just downstairs, that's all.
Yeah. All right. Chorus D says, is this the guy we blame when console stuff breaks? No, you don't blame anyone when console stuff breaks because blaming people for things is wrong. Don't do that. Just send nice bug reports, and then Christian and other people will look at them and verify them and make developers fix them. Right, Christian?
We'll try to decipher.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have to get our ancient texts and stuff to decipher what the players write.
The sacred text!
If we lose it one day, that's why your tickets and bugs don't get answered, because we just have no idea what you're saying.
Yep. All right, cool. Well, let's dive into... well, actually, let's look at some fan art first, and then we'll make Christian play the game a little bit.
Play the game.
He's still assembling his build over there, so I am stalling for time a little bit. We did get some good fan art this week, and some stuff that was sent in last week for Aaron Eisenberg's memorial stream, so we'll go through some of that too. Brock F. sent us his first ever screenshot, which I really like the caption he put on that. If you finish the Mycelial Crisis, he's absolutely right.
Yeah, actually, that's such a great ship.
Yeah.
It's a little tiny thing, it flies around super fast.
Super good. So we did a Starship Saturday post a couple of weeks ago, or maybe last week, asking for people to post their silly starships. And of course, the example I posted was the USS Tardigrade that Duncan sent us. So he sent us a different silly starship this time, which is Lieutenant Tardigrade in a bird of prey made of cardboard.
Dahar Master.
Dahar Master, Lieutenant Tardigrade. You're right. His first name is Lieutenant.
Yeah. You know, I would love to fly that ship. For that ship.
I would be such a great April Fool's thing. We had a similar but not exact idea for April Fool's last year that we ended up running out of time for, but
have a ship of each faction that's just a cardboard box and has your player in it.
Yeah. Yes. I
think it'd be a great idea.
Yeah. All right. Jamie Kenworthy sent us this. This is their original box copy of Star Trek Online, and specifically sent it because they wanted to mention how happy Aaron was that he got the top spot to sign it, which I remember seeing this at STLV this year, I think. Yes, that's fantastic. Joseph Howard sent us this shot of Jazz handing in front of the Federation logo, as you do.
Is that at the club, or is that...
No, I think that's on the TOS space dock, maybe? No, the background looks weird. I don't know where it is. Maybe it's at the club. And he also sent us this shot of his race of tall-headed blue people and their pet dinosaur.
Totally not from Area 51.
No, definitely not. No escapees from Area 51 here.
Yep.
Although, canonically, those were actually Ferengi.
Yeah, canonically it was Ferengi.
Yep. Lewis sent us this awesome shot of their Defiant, which they have named the USS Aaron Eisenberg in Aaron's memory. That's really awesome. Mario Kuiken sent us this awesome shot. There's a bunch of shots of the mycelial anomaly in different spaceships this week. This is
it's just so pretty.
I know. I think this is the Discovery Constitution too. That's just real nice. People are saying yes, that's in Club 47.
I mean, it would be bad for the Mycelial Network, but I would love to have a warp animation where you just jump in and then you jump out and it opens in another location.
That would be cool. All right, so this is Mar Hockman sent us this shot of I think it's him and Nog. I don't know what planet that is.
Is that the desert one?
Maybe.
It looks very barren.
And then this shot of his ship doing a barrel roll, because a barrel roll.
I wonder if is that the sarcophagus skin?
No. Oh, it might be the skin. I think so, because it's got all the bits on it. Mauricio Mello sent us this awesome shot of, I think that's the Pathfinder, flying through a binary star system, which is dope, but not battling at binary stars. That's very different. Mima Ranglout sent us this tribute to Aaron with his character saluting at the new memorial at Earth Space Dock. Nuno Espadina sent us this shot of of the memorial for Aaron last week that was held at Nog and Jake's spot on DS9.
Yeah, I was about to say, I like the two people sitting there like they do in the episodes.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Newblarg sent us this image called A New World to Conquer. So I guess they're not playing a standard Federation character in their head.
No, it's a new world to conquer.
Yeah. Pashuman sent us this cool shot of a couple of Lucarii ships, and I think it might be the Pathfinder again, or the Voyager, coming out of the Mycelial Rift.
That'd be an easy way to get out of the Alpha Quadrant.
Yeah. This is an awesome shot of, I believe, the Bozeman Titans skin on a Gagarin flying through K13, which is one of my favorite maps in the whole game. It's so pretty there.
There's just so much stuff going on. And there's that asteroid that goes around and then hits you every once in a while.
Yeah.
Keeps you on. You're like, whoa, what's the alert?
Ah! Stuart Andrews sent us this shot of Aaron's Memorial in Quarks from last week. And Tyler Yaney sent us this shot, which they called Please State the Nature of the Medical Emergency, which is great.
Is that from a mission?
I think it must be from a mission. That's from one of the Voyager missions. It's the only thing that makes
Maybe
sense.
Mindscape, where you go into Tuvok's mine.
Yeah, but then he would be wearing the Voyager uniform, not the Odyssey, so I don't know.
You're right. So this could be just the bridge, and they've set themselves up. It's very nice, though. I'm very lucky that they have the Doctor.
Yeah. Yeah. A bunch of people are saying there's an Orion. Oh, yes, that New Worlds to Conquer one would have been KDF, not... Well, she was blue. I don't know, man. Look at this. No, it's not this one. That looks like normal skin color with the blue light.
That's a KDF character, though.
It is. Yeah, okay, sure.
So it's either an alien or an Orion.
Yeah. All right.
But it's probably an Orion.
You all are technically correct, which is.
But I think that's the Emperor's Sword.
Correct. Yes, that is the Emperor's Sword, which is one of my favorite weapons in the game. There can be white Orions. Okay, things I didn't know. All right, cool. So let's dive into what we brought Christian here for today. We're going to switch seats here
to attempt to play the game and explain the things I chose.
Yes, he's going to play the game and explain the things he chose.
This is going to be fun, nerve-wracking, but awesome at the same time.
All right, well, I'm out. Have fun.
Thank you.
So walk us through, first of all, the ship that you're going to be flying today and what the build is. And definitely show us all of your secret commands.
Turn that off.
Yeah.
Yep, okay, so I am flying a Edison Temporal Warship. It's one of the new temporal warships. So I decided to outfit it with the easiest thing to fly, which are beam arrays. And it requires you to turn your ship sideways, and then you just keep firing in that direction. It's easy. No wonder it's number one.
Yeah.
And then, for the sake of being like a normal player, I repeated the Midnight mission a few times from the Iconian War Arc to get the engines and shield and the deflector. It's a pretty nifty thing.
What do they do for you? What's the reason that you put for those?
Rating. So like if you're fighting a lot of enemies that use the normal energy types like Klingons and Iconians.
Yeah.
This one also has a little nice heal, AoE heal, so that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
And then, as I've been told, you never want to put anything aside from tactical consoles in the tactical slot. And I didn't have time to set up the fleet consoles, which are the Dyson Spire consoles. So I just gave myself the second best thing, which is the phaser relays, which give plus 30% phaser damage. And I have 5 of them, so they're very nice.
So that's plus 150% phaser damage?
Yes.
Excellent.
Of the base, if I recall.
Yeah.
There's math. Lots of math.
Yeah.
And then there's another 20%, and then this will give when I go into space. Real quick.
KelMG96, no, we haven't heard anything back from CBS on Kelpians yet. If we had, I probably couldn't tell you anyway because, that would be upcoming content then, but at this point we haven't heard anything back.
Maybe when Star Trek hits the 32nd century?
Maybe.
You could only play them in the future missions?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, with the storing, with Saru being the only one and everything a secret.
Yeah, but he isn't the only one because there's all those ones. All those Kelpians can fly ships now.
They helped.
Yeah,
they weren't actually Starfleet. They
right,
helped.
but they're off their planet. They're interfacing with technology. It's very likely that more of them could join Starfleet. So we just have to sit down and talk to someone about it. Yeah, exactly. Hashtag play a Ferengi.
Just buy CVS a couple like Starbucks or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Or some really good alcohol.
Yeah.
This is the beautiful loading screen.
Yes, it's beautiful. This is new for console captains because they haven't seen Awakening doesn't come out for another couple weeks.
Yes, I am using a new version of the game,
Yes.
which is fine.
Yes.
Everything's fine.
Uh,
And as Mike given me has a complete approval to play one of the patrols.
yeah, so we'll see how that goes.
We'll see how my choices in life have made me.
But this will be good because it'll give you. Oh, you're gonna do your skills first.
Yeah, I'm gonna show. So, to kind of be like a normal player, I chose Fleet Coordinator and mostly things that would buff my damage and give me some basic resists to help console players, or newer players figure out how they want to kind of build. And I chose the Command Officer and Miracle Worker to give me the extra damage boosts and to my skills for space. And then Miracle Worker helps buff your, gives you like temp HP and buffs your healing. So it keeps you alive for solo instances such as patrols. By improving the Miracle Worker to max, you get the improved going the extra mile and it helps you out. This has all been in the game, but it's a good refresher for people who may have not remembered or seen it in a while. I didn't change my crew stations, but I did build all my space skills for doing maximum damage with beams and crit and going fast. So that's pretty much what I'm doing right now.
All right. So hit crit and go fast.
So let's go into the ninth role, Kindred System.
Oh, this will be, by the way, PC captains. This will be in the patch notes tonight as a known issue. But we're aware that some of the new patrols aren't granting XP the way they should. We're fixing. We think we know what the problem is, and we're fixing it right now. I believe. Won't be in tomorrow's update though.
I went through and I played this mission so many times trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
But we're fairly sure.
We've run into a problem, of course, that, while you're talking, I'm supposed to be monitoring chat, but chat is now far away.
Do you need some spectacles or bifocals?
Joey Cozy, that would be a really interesting story about how First Contact works with a species that never technically had First Contact, but knows everything now. I don't know what they would do.
I think Starfleet would just...
Yeah.
We have Jarrell Quinn giving lieutenants captains of ships, so...
Yeah. Everything's fine.
Starfleet's pretty chill.
Yeah. Wanted War 7654, I believe the Steam Runner bundle was a limited time thing, but I will look into that when we get back to our desks.
What's up?
The Steam Runner bundle is not on Xbox. Is that a bug or a limited time thing? I think it was a limited time thing.
That is a good question. We have the perfect person to ask. If only they were here right now.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about what the differences is. From if you have a lot of experience flying on PC, flying on console is a very different experience. What kind of positives and negatives, I guess, could you say is this for making the switch?
So I would say on console, all your abilities are in a wheel, and it kind of keeps the clutter off your screen as opposed to having the multiple power bars and having to press multiple buttons. You hold one button and you just kind of select it and hit two. So it kind of just lowers the amount of buttons you press, which is pretty nice. I like that.
Yeah. I find aiming on console a lot easier, too.
There's like an auto lock you can do.
Yeah, but it's still just, even when you're not auto-locking, it just feels better until you run into an asteroid and die.
Captain, we just hit an asteroid. It's fine. The shields will take it. But yeah, console has this nifty thing where you can just hit the second control stick. I'm on Xbox right now, and just target. You also get the aiming reticle, which is very useful. And then it does a quick target to the next target, and now they're all dead.
Yeah.
Easy as pie.
KLMG96, we let MMO Bomb know about their issues this morning. Actually, we let MMO Gamer know about their issues. What issues is MMO Bomb having?
Ooh, what happened?
People couldn't create things on their site.
Oh, for the giveaway or something?
Yeah.
I tried to do that too.
I can't read your name because it's green. Chorus D. Yeah, we can talk to people about putting a few more zoom levels on console. I don't know whether that's an easy fix or whether that's a Herculean effort thing.
There is, however, the cycle camera distance.
Yeah, they're asking for further distances.
Oh, okay, for probably screenshots and stuff like that.
Stuff like that. I also would love to get you guys the ability to turn your UI off for a screenshot.
Like a photo mode or something?
Yeah, we've been pushing on that for a while.
Nice.
I should talk to Travis about it again.
There's just so much stuff to do.
Yeah.
For Travis, we throw so much stuff on
him. What engines are you using right now? That's the set from the Iconium War that you talked about earlier?
The Soul engines, they get the nice little fiery glow.
Yep, so that's what that is, for someone who's asking in Facebook chat. All right, so as you're flying around blowing up these, I can't actually tell who they are from over here, but
I was fighting the Nausicaans. They have the little gas mask.
Okay.
And right now I'm going to go apprehend everyone's favorite Ferengi, Madran.
Yay!
There's so many missions. Generally not a nice person, but...
So...
Now we're fighting the Orion.
Now we're fighting the Orion. So as you're approaching these Orion, what sort of things do you keep in mind when you're going into a space battle in console?
I try to select my target far away, and then kind of angle myself so that as I get closer, I will automatically be kind of angling my beams so that I don't have to worry too much about having to readjust them. The auto target makes it very well because then you can just you auto target them and then you can tilt your stick in the opposite direction and kind of circle them like a shark would circle their prey. It's really easy rather than having to constantly turn your camera on PC.
Yeah.
That is one of the the nice things is you can just, if you have a target, it'll turn the camera with you.
Oh, that's nice.
See?
Oh, yeah.
So you
So
target
you
the
can
enemy.
target Madron and fire everything.
Unfortunately, you don't have full power to spacebar, but you do have full power to the right trigger button.
Hold on, I'm getting a phone call.
A phone call.
Nope. Nope.
And
Whatever
I'm
it is,
getting
it's
and I'm
not
getting
important.
A call from Madron right now.
Oh, there you go. It was Madron on the phone, actually.
And we're arresting them.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what you do. And now we're following the directions of tracking this other person's ship that's on fire. Oh look, we can get the lost episode of Captain Proton. It's yours. We should probably put that fire out though.
Probably. That's probably going to burn the lost episode of Captain Proton. I do love how all the things he tries to bribe you with.
Yep. And now I
Yeah.
can target far away and then just select an enemy and start firing.
Yeah. People were saying, what was that ringtone? It is the theme song to a podcast named Schmanners, which I don't actually listen to, but I listened to it once and said, wow, that theme song was a bop. And then I went to look it up, and the first thing I saw was ringtone, and said, well, that's my ringtone now.
That's a good way to approach it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use Attack Pattern Omega to give myself a big boost.
Cool. So you've got some abilities on autofire here. Which abilities do you have set for that?
Actually, I haven't set any on autofire, which I can do now. So if I go here and then there we go. I set the beams fire at will at autofire, and I'm going to set Attack Pattern Omega at autofire. So whenever it's up, it'll just go for me.
And so that's a really nice thing with console that doesn't really exist much on PC, at least yet.
Where
That you can just set things like attack patterns and fires at will to just go whenever they're ready.
Like if you really wanted to, you could set evasive maneuvers to auto execute. You can change what it does. So.
Yeah.
Looks like it only has 3 options, which is
Oh.
low health and when you're controlled, which is cool.
But that's still nice that it's a little bit of like programmable behavior.
Yeah.
It's a good way around the issue of we don't have 10,000 buttons the way PC does.
It's a little. I mean, imagine having like 10 power bars on the screen right now.
Yeah. Oh, Karis is saying that your build is wrong and it's all about beam overload now.
Yes, beam overload. So I should set that to auto fire. Turn that off.
Yeah. Neurifnet? Something like that. I was asking if this game has a similar economy to EVE Online. Not really. EVE is very super player driven economy. Players do have a place to trade items and they do sort of drive and control the prices there. But it's less of a cutthroat corporate feel than I think you have in EVE, and a little bit closer to sort of old school MMOs that way.
I think a lot of prices for things on the player driven exchange are actually very generous.
Yeah.
Usually the new hotness will be very expensive until it either has a lot or it cools down a little bit, but generally everything's fairly nice. It just you have a price, they don't tend to fluctuate too much, or when they do is when someone buys them all.
Yeah.
Which can happen because someone's like, I want all of them for all my ships.
Yeah.
And look, I completed it. I get to choose rewards. And I survived. I didn't take too much damage.
Nice.
NPCs helped me out a
There
bit.
you go. Yeah. Well, that's what they're there for.
But yeah, I built them for beam. I built them for phaser arrays, and
So what's different about, you're talking about positioning and stuff at the beginning of this fight. Is there any real differences between positioning on console or PC, or is it just sort of the same?
I feel like positioning on console is a bit easier just because you can auto-target and then kind of angle your ship in a sense as you get closer.
Yeah.
Most enemies will seek you out.
Yeah.
So if you prepare your ship for when they get in range to auto-fire on them, you can do that on PC as well, but you kind of have to finagle the camera a little bit.
Yeah.
There is one downside on consoles where, yeah, you can't fine-tune your subsystem powers, but some ships tend to have it already set on weapons, so you can do over 50. Anything over 50 does extra damage. 50 is about the base damage.
Yeah.
So at 123, the first beam will do a decent chunk of damage. Now we can leave the map.
Oh. Maybe.
Yeah.
If we actually picked apart system.
We also did change the thing where you no longer get the Starship Mastery immediately after you kill a ship. It's only when you exit the map.
Okay.
So that to save on server stuff.
Yeah, because there was a lot of lag happening in things like Argala as people were getting XP all the time.
Yeah. So now that's why my ship sparkled, is because we changed that. So when you warp out, you get it. I have heard some reports of players saying that wasn't happening for them in specific instances. If you can send a report of like your character name and what's happening on, we can do some investigation.
Yeah.
We've been trying to repro that.
Karis D, the system power options I think were created for console just for ease of use with the controller, the way they are now. I guess you could create something where you like opened up a little like mini screen and were able to adjust things one at a time, but you couldn't really do it in the heat of battle the way PC captains sometimes can, just because of the limitations of using the controller. But you can it's still pretty good the way it is.
I think something cool to have maybe would be like a few presets you could do. It'd probably add more Travis time, but have it so you can like go into another menu, set your subsystem presets, and be like defense, and then just have it like change to defense.
That would be cool. Cthulhu also says you can fiddle with your power by taking points in the engineering tree, which people generally don't touch on PC, but is useful on console.
I do actually take it on PC. I find that I do have enough points to put it in because it does help give you eke out that extra damage.
Yeah.
Which is always nice. And we'll go into another patrol, because patrols have a timer. Once you exit the map is when the timer starts now. Sorry for people who liked playing Argala.
But that's
but
how
you
it
actually
works.
get a lot more EXP in Starship Mastery now, which is nice.
Yeah, it's going up to, on PC it's going up to, if it hasn't already, going up to 3 times Starship Mastery for playing one of the new patrols.
I think it's only for, let's see. What is
it's only for the patrols in this system, but yeah.
Skill points. Skill points are triple. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, then.
Yeah.
You're right. Wow, triple, that is great.
Yeah, isn't that great?
That looks like it, though, it's applying to all of them.
It is, yeah. It's everything in the new patrol system. So as we add new things to it, that'll happen too.
We also changed it so the patrols launch with the, like on not the default accept button, so that you don't accidentally launch yourself into patrol every time you view the menu.
Yeah. Ron Kids, no, we're also live on Twitch right now. And somebody was asking if we ever are going back to the Delta Quadrant for more missions. I think anything in the Star Trek universe is open to us for future stories. Now that we're fully back in 2410, there's, all kinds of things we could jump to. One of the beautiful things about this game is that we can pull from all of Star Trek history. So, you could do a mission where you're hanging out with characters from Deep Space Nine and characters from Discovery and characters from Enterprise, all in the Delta Quadrant, if you wanted. I don't know if we'll ever be doing anything quite that intense, but
that would be pretty cool, honestly.
Yeah. When will the captain's table be available for free-to-play captains? It's unlikely that'll ever be available for free-to-play captains. It's a special perk for getting a lifetime subscription. So, there would be, yeah, yeah, I guess.
Get Lifetime. It's actually really nice. It's a little nice place.
Yeah.
It's cozy.
Joey Cozy, or Joey Coey, whatever your name is, says, anything is possible, even fake space god from Star Trek V? Oh, absolutely. Wait till you see what we've got coming up for the anniversary. Anything is possible.
That's why we named, what was it, the impossibility of the impossible?
Yeah, the plausibility of the... No, that's the possibility of the possible.
Okay.
Yeah. The impossibility of reason was the other one, so really none of them have a thing.
We have a lot of fancy names for stuff.
Yeah.
So, console is fairly easy to fly, actually.
Yeah, it looks it.
With just with auto targeting.
I guess if there's any questions that console captains have, things that you've been confused about, or you want more clarification on, you could always throw the questions in chat.
Yep, we're here to answer them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go fast real quick, and I guess I'm forcefully deputized because that's what happens.
That's what Argala does.
They're like, by going to this space, you've agreed to our terms of service.
Yeah.
And you're just like, okay, I just want to kill things. Because Starfleet comes in peace.
Karis D, I'm not entirely sure why the Temporal Warship Bundle was later in the schedule than it normally is. I'm sure there was a production reason to do with scheduling and launching Awakening and all that stuff. Yeah, apologies for the longer wait, but it is coming out this week. I think tomorrow, actually.
This bundle?
What?
The ship I'm flying?
Yeah, the ship you're flying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not the Somerville.
No. Somerville
Is a little bit later,
is,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
I was going to say isn't even out on PC, but no, it is out on PC.
Yeah, I was testing it, and then the next day it came out, and I was like, oh, okay, that was fast.
All right.
Yeah. That was a bit of a fun thing. I was like, oh, that was fast.
Yeah. Theris 6, the Admiralty failure bug, is something that we are aware of and frustrated by because we keep thinking we fixed it. And it keeps flaring back up again. So our top guys are looking into it.
Our top experts.
Top experts.
Hired the best dogs and cats to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And so far they say wolf.
Yes. When will Starbase 39 Sierra be revamped? Not sure.
Probably a little bit before Starbase 39 Tango.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
Yes, that was very funny. Sorry, I was reading questions.
That's fine.
I got you.
Let's summon some
Jerome Joaquin Mabsy has a question that's come up a lot, but I'll answer it again. Have we ever considered making a token that you could buy that would make character-bound things account-bound? I think specifically that question often comes up for promo ships and lockbox ships. It's certainly a possibility, and it's something we've discussed a bunch. It's the big question always is a financial one, and how much of the money that comes into our game that allows Christian and I to eat is based off of would be harmed by having a token like that. And so we got to look into that. And we got to make what's the right decision, and we're still gathering data on that. As last I heard.
Data is the big factor behind everything in life. Today we were able to get enough money to eat pizza. It was nice.
Yeah. Can we get a health bar for the Galaxy Saucer like fighters and shuttles have? Yeah, that should be possible. I'm not sure why it doesn't do that. I will mention that to probably Travis.
On PC or console?
Yeah, on PC or console.
Because that would be, that is... I feel like your allies or pets should have a health bar.
Yeah.
There is also a setting to disable showing that. So verify you don't have that off.
Yeah. So Firefly 00 to head off that question at the pass. Basically, the question is whether we would make more money from people buying these account-bound tokens than the money we currently make from people who go for multiple lockbox and R&D things. That's kind of the 6 of one. No, it's not even 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. That's the razor line we walk right now, I guess. So that's what the question is. Again, we're gathering data to find out the answer to that question.
It just takes time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Let's see. I'll throw scramble sensors on all these things.
Yeah.
And now they don't know who I am because they're scrambled. That's how it works, right? No one's looking out of an actual glass window. Everyone is like, the computer says something else, we'll believe it.
Lots of people are mentioning that separation recall is broken on console. I will mention that to our folks downstairs.
I will check that out.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the chevron separation and all that stuff on Galaxy classes?
Yeah, that sounds right. That's where the problem usually is. That was the first bug I ever reported. Used to be when I first started here 3 years ago, people would complain about that in every patch notes thread. And so I hunted it down and thought I destroyed it, and about once a year it rears its ugly head again. We have thought, Wanted War 7854, we have thought a lot about putting Captain Proton things like his ship and weapons in the game for April Fools and stuff like that. I think the team really doesn't want to do holodeck stuff like Dixon Hill or Captain Proton until we can really do it right and let you play those adventures, which, as we mentioned several times, means basically an Agents of Yesterday level expansion in terms of creating new environment art and things of that nature. So that's the main thing that's keeping us from doing it. But it's something we really want to do, and there's nothing to say we won't someday. You know, there was a long time where we said we weren't going to put the Tommy gun in the game until we could do a holodeck expansion, and the Tommy gun's in the game, so we'll see.
Tommy gun is a fun weapon. It's great against
Yes,
the
it
wolves.
is. Oh, God, it is.
You gotta get the suit and the hat, and
then just wail away.
Yep.
Assimilate this. Chorus D, I understand. I know because console's a little bit later and we don't really have new news for you guys a lot, that you can feel a little bit left behind. That's one of the reasons why we're trying to do this stream. We do appreciate you guys and we do stuff for you, but because PC is where stuff comes out first, I know they sometimes feel like the A show and console feels like the B show. I promise you we love all of our children equally.
just think of PC as the test bed, and console gets the
fixed version.
Yeah, the fixed
usually, sometimes.
Most.
Yeah. Horiant, if we have a good story idea to build a Kelvin-style bridge, then we will build one. Not a Kelvin timeline-style bridge, from the actual USS Kelvin. I would love to do a mission with my actual friend, Farhan Tahir, who played the captain who gets killed at the beginning of Star Trek 2009 and was also the dude who kidnaps Iron Man at the beginning of Iron Man. He's a great guy. We got very close to working with him once upon a time, and then it sort of drifted apart. I would love to do something that involves him, and that might involve a Kelvin bridge, so you never know. Maybe I'll poke Al about that again.
Okay, so I got the marks. Now I'm departing the system because the Benthans aren't happy with me. And I got another Starship Mastery level.
Let's see. We don't have any new hairstyles coming down the pipe for occasions right now, but we did add in a recent Tribble update, which will be coming to live soon. But if you're not going on Tribble and testing stuff, please do, because we need your help. We did add ear animations, I think, for occasions, and then there's hair animations for some of the ponytails and stuff like that. So that's really fun. You can go and check that out.
Ponytails move.
Ponytails move.
Yeah, if you move your character's body, they shake a little bit.
Yeah.
As I found when I put a ponytail on a Klingon.
Michael S. Singer wants to know if I can give a hint about the 10th anniversary event and the cryptic line we dropped about ships you've been waiting for. Yes. For the 10th anniversary, there will be ships. They will be ones you've been waiting for.
It'll be the 10th anniversary.
Yes, that's true. Oh my god, if you guys could see, there was, for a while, the whiteboard in our 10 Forward conference room just had this full breakdown of a lot of the anniversary stuff, and I spent a lot of time staring at it going, really? We're doing all of this?
This is ambitious.
It is. It's very ambitious. We shall see, but it's going to be amazing. Can we add more universal consoles to auto-execute on console? We can. That's something to talk to, I think, either Systems or Travis about.
If you have a specific console, I could bring it, talk to Systems about it.
Yep.
And they'll either give me
They mentioned
Mako.
Not Mako, Domino. I think that's one that gets requested a lot.
I mean, I can ask.
Yeah.
It'll be, for the sake of ease, it's always good to have things.
Yeah.
They have specific ones that they don't, like, they have some rules. Just gotta figure what they are.
Let's see. Can Klingons get Worf hair? Worf, like all of our celebrity guys, was not made out of the parts editor in Star Trek Online. He was custom sculpted. So his hair is actually not a separate part we can just take off and give to players. Yeah, it's part of his head. So Worf-style hair is possible in the future. It's just a question of time to make that sort of thing. We do have a new character artist now, who I will bring on the stream and introduce at some point when she wants to come on. Hopefully that's taking some of the pile of stuff that's on Ian off so that more cool stuff like hairstyles and costumes can get made. We shall see.
Warfare would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've seen people try to copy all of the captains and crew members using the best of their abilities with their tailor.
Yeah. Jerome, we usually bring Worf's sash back for for TNG's anniversary. There's a NPC you can grab it from on Earth Space Dock and Kronos.
When is that?
Our TNG's anniversary was this last weekend, so we didn't do that this year.
Yep.
We must have forgotten. All right, I will talk to Jared about seeing if we can get that turned on for a little bit.
Yeah, because I was looking up forward to that.
Yeah.
I'm always in the neighborhood for free Space Barbie stuff.
It's the true endgame. Mino Dan, the Enterprise D picture was related to something that does not come this year. I answered that in the most obtuse way. It's not for something this year. Chorus, Christian is a much better pilot than me. That's why I asked him to come on and talk about piloting on console. He has yet to explode, you're right.
I can explode if you want me to.
No,
just gotta take off my shields.
No, I think you're okay with the not exploding. All right, what else we got coming on?
I do like how when you are targeted, and you're turning your ship, it looks very cinematic. You're like firing your beams and you get close with explosions. Also, the fiery soul engines look always nice.
Yeah, that's super nice.
Let's get real close.
Yeah.
With the joystick, you can also do this.
Neo42 says, does Chris know the cool trick of spinning? That's a Star Wars reference, I'm pretty sure.
I am not sure.
That's okay. You were a child when that movie came out. So was I, but that's beside the point. You look half my age, even though you're only like 2 years younger than me.
I'm almost 30.
Yeah, okay, so you're a little more.
When I shave, I get the baby face.
Yeah, I still think you're 16, honestly.
I've told someone I'm in like 18 and like, no, I'm really like this age. I'm like, I believed you.
Yeah, I believe the 18.
There is something interesting that the players on the console need to look out for, is that the Mokai ships will use... Oh, I'm actually getting...
Uh-oh, you're getting blowed up.
The Mokai ships will use... what is it called? The ability that makes it... The intel ability that makes it so your ship runs away forcefully.
Oh, yeah.
And enjoy that, everybody. Either that means you just gotta slot intel team and...
Yeah.
Or just be prepared. Using more than mass power spacebar.
Yeah.
Triggered.
Horiat, it would be super cool if our holostamets popped up in Discovery, having survived all that time. I don't know if they'd do that. But it would be cool.
That would be a lot of coordination, which I would be totally happy for.
Yeah. KelMG96, speaking of TNG, I don't think Geordi and Worf have ever interacted in STO. You're right, they haven't. It's one of the issues that we have with the way we do things. We hired Worf ages before we hired Geordi. So we'd have to hire them both back to do more stuff in order to get that interaction to happen. Maybe someday. Although I do think, isn't Geordi in the final mission of Before Victory is Life, and Worf pops up at the end there? So technically we were in the same mission that one time.
Technically.
Yes.
I mean, you have Geordi's visor. You can just cosplay Geordi.
Yeah. Dwayne93 wants to know if more Discovery actors will be coming to Star Trek Online. I can confidently say yes. Only because even if we don't have someone booked right now, we'll probably will in the future.
They've done a lot of great voice acting. So
Borg Queen wants to know if we can make tough Borg again. Yes, we can. We might even do it.
who knows?
Someday.
Maybe the Borg will adapt to everything.
Yeah.
You'll have to use sticks and spears in space.
Texix Rascal. The possibility of earning past event ships on console is an interesting one. They're in the Phoenix box. That's the way you're supposed to be earning them. But until you mentioned that, I hadn't thought about the new event system. Technically, I think with the new event system that's going live with Awakening, we maybe could put something in place for you guys where you could earn those ships. Possibilities are endless. We shall see. That's a good idea. You know, like a rerun event or something like that.
Depends on metrics, numbers, and player interest. Lots of fun stuff.
Yep.
Ooh, I just got that.
Londi666. Would love to work with William Shatner and Patrick Stewart. It's a dream for everybody on the team. It's a question of budget and the right story.
Oh man, I want to work with Charles Xavier.
Yeah.
Get some X-Men crossover going.
Yeah.
Hollow Stamets meeting Data would be pretty cool.
Hollow Stamets meeting Data and the Doctor to discuss AI existence. That's a really... We do have a Hollow Stamets blog on the cards. I may message Paul and see if he wants to throw them in. I don't know if we can use Data, because we can't use them in the... We try not to use characters we don't plan to use in the game. Sometimes we do. We used Ezri recently.
Isn't Data also technically decommissioned at the moment?
Not in our game. Our timeline has him as having taken over the B4 body and becoming captain of the Enterprise.
Oh, okay.
In the lead up to the 2009 film. Now, it seems like Picard's going to be changing that, and we don't know whether we're changing our storylines to match yet.
We shall see.
Yeah. Mima Ranglout is right that there is someone who could be Data in the game. That's very true. Though we can never confirm that. Yeah, as Kel MG says, sorta, kinda. Ronnie Jackson Jr., yes, stuff from Picard will be coming to STO. What that stuff is and when, can't tell you right now, but we will, as the show gets closer to release, have more information on that.
I'm getting my butt kicked right now.
Yeah, well... Oh, you blew up!
Finally died.
We got the Dark Souls text.
You are defeated. You have died.
I wonder if that was Panov who put that in that way. One of our previous art leads, Michael Panov, who's now working on a different game of Cryptic, loves Dark Souls. If he was working here during console launch, I could totally see that being his baby.
You are defeated.
Yeah. All right, so what else can we talk about with flying console ships? We kind of gotten off topic here with just answering questions.
Yeah.
Or do you just want to continue flying in the background while I answer questions?
Yeah, you're fine. I'm just
all right.
Showing off the console and the patrol and the fabulous engines. Things that already exist in the game. The temporal warships are very nice when they come out on console.
Yes.
Players will enjoy them.
They will. They will enjoy them. They are very nice. What's the Klingon one in this bundle again?
It's the Charg?
Oh, yeah, it's the Charge.
It looks like the U?
Yeah.
Oh, I won. I died once.
I do love that, and I know this is actual words in the official canon Klingon language, but you didn't actually depart. You said not now.
What's up?
You didn't actually depart. You said not now.
Oh, yeah.
But there's a ship called the Battle, basically, and a ship called the Charge. Just like, that's so Klingon. So Klingon.
Well, I mean, humans do have the Sahara Desert.
Sorry, go ahead.
The desert.
Yeah. SFC 100. No, and the new stuff, the new character artist stuff has not yet made it into game. I don't think she's actually done anything that you would make it into game yet. So anything you see on Tribble is all Ian.
Someone just said, "Oh, dang, I died. I was doing so well."
Yeah. What console is easier to update with patches? I think they're both about the same.
Yeah, they're both about the same. Really,
yeah.
Really easy. It's a really fast process.
Yeah, the certification process is sometimes a pain. There's little things that could hang us up. I've accidentally blocked cert before by not putting an R symbol in the PlayStation 4 logo.
You were telling us about that. Something you do, you're like, I have to do it this way or this way. And if they
Yeah. Couldn't do it either way that was good. Had to do it a bad way, but it was fine. Don't forget the infamous Cleave ship. Yeah, that thing is the most Klingon ship in Discovery. Just, we put a knife on a ship. Now it's going to fly into things.
So this is the Charg. It looks like a giant U.
Yep.
And
Lovely.
Now, if you could say you're pod racing.
You kind of are.
No, this is pod racing.
Oh, boy. So you knew that quote, but you didn't know I'll try spinning? That's a good trick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, where is the knife ship?
Yeah, console is eventually getting the Klingon school bus. Mima Ranglout.
School bus?
The Klingon school bus. It's actually called the Bottle.
So wait, if you put the Bozeman Titans on it,
Yep.
it looks like
It
the Magic
becomes
School Bus.
it becomes the Magic School Bus. You didn't see that on Reddit today?
I did not. I am slacking.
You are. No, you're usually Discording
Yeah, that's true. I'm always on the
instead
Discord.
of Slack.
Yeah.
Discord. Yeah. Okay.
I got it.
Uh.
What did we name the knife ship?
Chorus D, we're not going to deliberately port a bug to console, but Giant Vengeance is hilarious. You're right.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
That was cool. If you don't change it, it's fine for now.
Yeah, Warlin, battle means honor, not battle, but it's still bottle. It's just the word.
Well, I tried to find it. I don't remember what it was named.
What were you looking for?
The knife ship.
Oh, I forgot to.
Maybe we'll take a look at it. It's a funny ship.
It's a great ship. I love it.
You gotta equip that with the console that summons another one.
Yes, and then just both ram at the same time.
Yep. Should race.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we couldn't make it so you actually split the enemy ship in two, but when you use it on like the final percent, that's when it feels so great.
Yeah. Oh, it's a lockbox chip. That's why we can't find it.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
And if you all play the Midnight Mission on the Iconian Arc, you too can get these engines.
Joey Cozy, isn't there a Discovery Klingon ship that's just covered in spikes? I don't know. I'll have to go look at the art on Thomas's desk.
Covered in spikes.
Yep.
Is it a porcupine? Or maybe a porcu,
Yeah.
comma, pine.
Por apostrophe Q apostrophe P N N E.
Yep. The Klingon way of naming
Yeah.
things. And they would say it was such a great, majestic creature.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right. One more patrol, you think?
Yeah, I think we got one more patrol.
All right.
We can, let's do another new one.
Yeah, let's do another new one that we haven't.
We'll do Sentinels.
Okay, cool.
Gotta launch it. It's gonna take some used to remember that you have to press a different button instead of the normal accept one, but it saves players from being like, oh, I just queued in. And then back to Klingon ship.
Yeah. Chorus D asks if it gets lonely in our dev console space. No, because everybody on our team works on both. So.
Yeah. It's not lonely at all.
Nope.
And here I get to stare at the beautiful.
Beautiful loading screen.
Yep.
Doesn't Anthony
The
Rapp
stamp.
just look majestic?
He has that like staring off.
Yeah.
It's a pose that everybody did for their high school and middle school and elementary school pictures.
Yeah. I don't believe... Me and Ranglot, I do not believe the T6 free coupon has an expiration date. If it does, it's sometime far in the future. And if it does, we'll make sure to warn you before it expires. But I don't believe it does. Are we ever going to have update parity across all three systems? Probably not. We use the player, because updating for console is more of a process. We can't just release a patch. We have to go through certification. We kind of have to use PC to find all the bugs that we find by having lots of players test content, because 1,000 people are going to find more bugs than 6 people. And then once those are all fixed, we can cert it and release it on console. So it's very unlikely we'll ever go to complete one-to-one parity.
Yeah, one-to-one parity would probably slow down PC updates.
Yeah.
Because then we would just submit for console, and then once console is built, like, okay, it's ready, then we would do the PC update and console update the next day.
Yeah.
Which is probably what happened with the Destiny 2 release.
Yeah.
Console parity.
Yep. I think so.
I do feel having a staggered release helps catch more bugs as a QA tester.
Joey Cozy, console is going to get a version of the Tier 6 event. We haven't announced what yet.
They thought about it very long.
Yeah. Oh, there was a lot of debates on how to do that and do it right.
We do like our console players.
We do. We love you. We promise. Honestly, with the free Tier 6 thing, it was a test to see if it even worked and to see if people even liked it. Obviously, it was a rousing success, so we plan to do more. But
they liked it. They
really liked it.
And with Awakening, we've reintroduced the Alachi.
Yeah, so there's lots of stuff to do there, too.
Yep, and they have a whole big lore dump and everything if you play the mission.
Yeah. Now, someone says the Essen is such a good-looking ship. Yes, it is.
Oh, it is. They were. What's his name? Worked very hard on it.
Yeah.
What's his name? Worked very hard on it. That's all I remember.
I think Tobias made this one, right?
Did he?
The outsourced guy? Maybe not.
Maybe.
Tobias Richter. I just referred to one of the most famous Star Trek ship artists of all time as the outsourced guy.
I don't know. I think
My play opens this weekend. It's been that kind of week.
I thought Thomas was the best starship.
I didn't say the best. I said one of the most famous.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's see. What was another one? Does console get the Elachi ship event? Yes, you will.
Yeah, yes, they will.
Yep.
We've been making sure that everything goes as flawless as possible.
Yes. Korsty, we will get you something. Don't you worry.
What's
I
up?
promise. We said they'll riot if they don't get their free ship. I know.
Are we getting more IDW ships in the game? If they happen and everything works right, maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's above my pay grade, but anything is possible in the Star Trek universe.
Anything is possible.
Even
When
Star
you
Trek Online
believe.
inside of Star Trek Online.
Oh man. Star Trek Online with Star Trek Online with a side order of Star Trek Online.
Yeah. You gotta set up the Ferengi server to play Star Trek Online. And it's gonna be a 2D dungeon crawler.
Yeah. Wanted War, I won't forget. I promise. Yeah, the Elachi ship does look really cool in Vanity Shields. Horiant, the Star Trek Adventures contest, the entries were sent off to the judges today. And by sent off, I mean I emailed them to Jesse and Paul, who are the judges. So they're going to take a look at it, and then we'll have a winner announced soon. I will say soon. TM.
Jesse and Paul do that?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah. They work on role playing games all the time.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So we can go over and be like, ooh, that story is horrible. All right, we have one more satellite to deploy.
All right, you can do it. I believe in you.
My ship's kind of damaged.
Only 63%. Tough it out.
I think it'd be cool if we had the ability to toggle damage effects on our ships. Like, we fly it for a bunch of missions, and it kind of keeps that little texture.
Yeah, maybe.
It'd be a lot of work.
It would.
Like everything in this game, it'd be a decent chunk of work.
Oh, they're back at Alpha. Go, go, go.
I'm going as fast as I can. Actually, I could go faster.
You could. Really pouring on the burn. Well, you also could go to full impulse.
You're right. And now it's like pure flames.
Yeah. Angel Beat Flight, it would be really fun to have Star Trek and Neverwinter crossover items. It's one of those things that we have to clear with both licensors, which is why I think we haven't done it yet, but it would be really fun.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, there was that picture that was put out with the dragons in space.
Yeah, that was fun. I asked Jen to make that since it's the first time that Neverwinter's done anything in space.
Space.
Space! Getting bored with space.
That would be pretty entertaining, honestly. I never went to crossover.
Yeah.
And then you just,
Someone asked if we had a favorite YouTuber other than ZEF Films, but I read it as, do you have a Fortnite YouTuber other than ZEF Films? And I was like, no, I don't think our company has a Fortnite YouTuber. No, Warlin, Neverwinter isn't doing Spelljammer, but part of the Dungeon of the Mad Mage takes place in a tower that's in space. So they have asteroids and stuff like that. I would love if they did Spelljammer. I would play the heck out of that.
I want Neverwinter to do Dragonlance, because that's the book I read when I was a kid, and it is D&D, because that's it
It's
has dragons in it.
D&D. D&D Beyond.
It also has dragons in it, which is why it's called Dragonlance.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it would be cool to have a mage as your captain of a starship.
Yeah.
So you have your temp shields, and then you'd have your
Magic shields.
Yeah, your magic shields.
I've always wanted to write a story that's like magic in space. I know a lot of people have too, but
Where it's like science and magic working together.
yeah.
So you have your magician who's also like an expert coder trying to decode the enemy spell.
Yeah. Kenzen Cress, is there any chance of Federation ships getting one hangar slot across all the ships? Very unlikely. We want all of our ships in the game to feel different, so it's not just flying, the same ship over and over. And I think if every ship was a hangar ship, they would not feel different. So there you go.
Which is why we gave a lot of hangar ships to hangar race.
Yeah.
To kind of like standardize different ship types. Which is why we also have isn't the Alachi the first frigate?
Yes. Yeah, the Alachi's the first frigate so far.
Oh no, I don't
Oh, you blew up again!
Yeah, these patrols.
That's two.
These patrols are kind of hard if you're not paying attention and not using heal abilities.
Yeah.
Using magic nanomachines.
Angel Beat Flight made their Tiefling from D&D and STO, who's using kit modules as magic items. Nice.
Oh, that is
nice.
That is a clever use of it.
Yeah.
I like making a Drow female using the alien.
What now?
Dark elf.
A drow?
Yeah.
Drow.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I think that's one of those GIF things.
Yeah, I hear it in my head and I'm like, oh, it's Drow.
Yeah, I know people who say it that way too.
I have.
They're wrong, but no.
Like Arrakis, Melange, Ben Gesserit.
Yeah.
You hear a lot of words. People, authors make a lot of words up, and then you're just like, it sounds like this, right?
Because you just read it.
And then no one says anything until you said it out loud, and they're like, what did you say?
Yeah. I used to read, one of my favorite book series is the Belgariad. And I just, so many character names when I was a kid, I mispronounced it. The main character's name is Garion. I pronounced it Garion for the longest time. Yeah.
It's okay. Final Fantasy XI has a creature called the Yagudo. I pronounced it Iguado. Like the Guado from Final Fantasy X.
Nice.
Bit of a nerd. Ooh, this is ready again.
Fire everything!
Well, you can summon the Delta Patrol people.
Ooh,
and they fly some Defiant-esque ships. They're Pilot.
Yeah. Pilot. Yes, that's the word. That's definitely the word we were looking for.
Go my heal AoE from the soul set. Where did the enemies go? I killed its Mon Bosch support craft. And now it's just the top part.
Now it's just the Mon Bosch battleship.
Yep.
And it's done blowed up.
I win.
You win. All right. Well,
the winner is you.
That's my cue, folks, because I got to go get to one of my last two rehearsals for the show. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Christian, thank you so much for joining us and for flying around on console with us for a bit. I appreciate it.
Thank you for inviting me.
And I will talk to you guys next week. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye-bye.
See y'all later.
Bye-bye.